пацаны, вот пацаны на о.
An airstrike on a building hosting Russian UAV operator crews. Tyvaz artillery unit shares footage of a Ukrainian double airstrike on a Russian position. Location is unknown, but the explosion is spectacular. North Korea, which has reportedly dispatched ground troops to join Russia's war against Ukraine, has also sent fighter pilots who could fly Russian warplanes, a report said. A government official in South Korea claimed that North Korea last month dispatched fighter pilots to Vladivostok, a city in the Russian Far East, ahead of the first deployment of its ground troops on October 8th, South Korean media TV Chosun reported. This could relate to training on Russian combat aircraft supplied to North Korea, the report said. But it could not rule out that Russia, which has suffered from a shortage of pilots during the Russia-Ukraine war, had requested assistance from the North. Russia would be the first overseas deployment for the North's combat pilots since the Vietnam War. They also operated in Syria and Egypt during the 1973 Yom Kippur War. Both Ukraine and South Korea have accused North Korea, ruled by Kim Jong-un, of sending troops to support Russian President Vladimir Putin's war effort. The Kremlin claimed that cooperation with the North is not directed against third countries. On Monday, a North Korean representative to the United Nations refuted the accusations from Kyiv and Seoul for the first time, claiming their allegations were groundless stereotyped rumors and that Pyongyang enjoys a legitimate and cooperative relationship with Moscow. Seoul is mulling sending intelligence personnel to Ukraine to monitor any North Korean troops fighting with the Russians. Yonhap news agency in South Korea reported on Tuesday. It is also considering supplying weapons to Kyiv. North Korea possesses over 900 combat aircraft, the United States Defense Intelligence Agency said in a report in 2021. The country's most capable combat aircraft were procured from the Soviet Union, including Su-25 ground attack aircraft and MiG-29 fighter jets. The Su-25 has seen extensive use in the skies of Ukraine, where several have been shot down. Dutch open-source intelligence defense analysis website Oryx has visually confirmed that 114 Russian aircraft have been destroyed and 15 damaged since the start of the full-scale war in Ukraine in February 2022, including 34 Su-25 aircraft. The U.S. intelligence report also claimed that because of fuel shortages and concerns over aging aircraft, the North's Air Force pilots got as few as 15 to 25 hours in the air every year, leaving them inadequately trained and unable to maintain combat readiness. The Ukrainian 46th Brigade repelled yet another Russian attack, destroying several pieces of heavy equipment. In total, 7 tanks and 11 BMPs advanced towards the positions of the 46th Air Assault Brigade. Ukrainian units destroyed 2 tanks, 1 T-90M, and 5 BMPs, while 2 damaged tanks retreated. 28 Russians were eliminated. We are seeing the same situation again. Russian armor is being obliterated by Ukrainian drones and artillery. This is not how a regular army operates. It's simply a slaughter. But the Russian mentality is strange. They are willing to die in large numbers and continue to serve their deluded masters, rather than fight for freedom and recognize the absurdity of what they are dying for. This are the losses of equipment of the Ukrainian armed forces and Russian armed forces during a year of active fighting in the Pokrovsk direction. Russian armed forces, 1,919 units. The main losses were tanks, 554 units, and infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, MTLB, 1,083 units. Ukrainian armed forces, 393 units. The main losses were also tanks, 95 units, and infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, 146 units. So as we can see only on this battlefield, the ratio of losses in tanks is 5-to-1 in Ukrainian favor, and in other vehicles, almost 10-to-1 again in Ukrainian favor. Dialogue between the Russian military during the arrival of the FPV drone.
Уйди нахуй, фидеви, блядь!
Да не ссы, трусы, ща ёбнет, нормально будет все. Пацаны, вот пацаны на окна. Живы, живы, живы! Выка!
Опять мое окно въебали! Блядь, вот нахуй мы, блядь, съездили нахуй к вам, блядь. Только вернулись, нас фидеви въебало. Сука, прям в хату нахуй. Ебать, дверь открылась, как уебало мне в руки.
Soldiers of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine showed homemade Russian drones that Russians are launching in Ukraine. The plywood bird carries 150 to 200 grams of TNT and 24 bullets. Its price is $300.
Вчора зранку над нашими позиціями полювали таку пташку. Зроблено, звичайно, з гімна і палок, провели маленьке розслідування, роблять їх звичайні ПТУшники, старшокласники, 9-11 клас. Діти Сталіна в них є там така група. Фішка в чому, що ця херня, грубо говоря, набирає швидкість, там метрів за 700 за кілометр вони відключають двигун, і воно планує безшумно. Боєприпас тут понтовий, розраховано більше на те, щоб психологічно налякати людей. Тобто грам 150-200 працівних, виходить, і там шариків 20. Великої шкоди, грубо говоря, воно якоїсь тактичної переваги не дає, це просто психологічна зброя, скажімо, налякати, не більше. З автоматом. Школи, так вона заходила. Низенька на плані. Тоді вартість цієї штуки десь з батарейками $300. Роблять її масово, запускають її масово.
And let's see some losers for the end. Russian propagandist Soloviev. I absolutely disagree with Medvedev's words about striking Washington. We will not strike it because we have a wonderfully developed plan and the possibility of its realization, the Stalin Strait.
Он сказал, что мы тогда долбанем по этой чертовой Москве. И я абсолютно не согласен с Дмитрием Анатольевичем Медведевым. Я считаю, это гигантский. Я просто не могу себе представить, как Дмитрий Анатольевич мог такое сказать. Это глубоко уважаемый Дмитрий Анатольевич. Говорит, что а мы в ответ долбанем по Вашингтону. Ну, Дмитрий Анатольевич, ну, конечно, нет. Конечно, мы не будем бить по Вашингтону. Потому что у нас, Дмитрий Анатольевич, есть замечательный разработанный план и возможность его реализации. Пролив имени Сталина. Поэтому, Дмитрий Анатольевич, я удивлен. Как-то вот обычно вы пожестче высказываете вашу позицию, и я поддерживаю вас в этих подходах.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.